Steel Toe Morning Show.
Good morning and welcome to everyone's favorite Steel Toe episode of the week. It's Rumble Friday. Welcome, everybody. Exciting stuff today. I hope we hit overtime. We've been teasing it all week. We're going to give it its own 1/2 hour chunk. And if it takes a little longer than 1/2 hour to get through it, God help me, so be it.
I'm excited.
I will set back the rest of my day to get through this whole thing. The Owen Benjamin. You know, it is amazing. If we had not gone Rumble Friday, if we had not fully embraced Rumble, which has paid off in spades, there's that word again this week. It's a word of the week.
Spade is the word of the week?
Spades in the right context.
Yeah.
If we had not gone with just Rumble, we could have never done what we're going to do today. If we knock out that goal, which sits at 3:15 today, we would have never been able to play the Owen Benjamin Godfrey audio. Owen has a Rumble channel, and thank God Owen Benjamin has a Rumble channel.
He needs one. He deserves one.
Owen Benjamin is the definition of YouTube's loss is Rumble's gain. And Rumble has gained what I consider to be a national treasure in Owen Benjamin of just free-floating thought. You know, Owen Benjamin doesn't give a shit. He'll say that the moon... Does he say the moon landing never happened or that the moon isn't real? I don't know.
Jeez.
I know he says nukes aren't real.
I know he says that the moon landing didn't happen.
Right. But I think nukes aren't real... and the earth is flat. And he'll just, and by the way, not only talk at length about those things, but also try to convince you that you are a fucking retard for disagreeing with him.
I don't even think you can have free-floating thoughts with a flat earth.
Right. How do they float?
How do they float? What's going on here?
I don't know how the floating actually works. Well, anyway, we're going to do the Owen Benjamin stuff. If we knock out today's goal, we're just going to do it for overtime today. That's going to be the overtime treat. Probably the best overtime treat we've given you this week.
Oh,
not probably.
I'm very excited.
It definitely is. There's the link in the chat if you want to go Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rants. All of it works. Thank you very, very much. So, outside of that, great weekend planned. And then after this weekend... the anniversary show preparation starts. And, oh, my God.
I'm thrilled.
I think four tickets are left.
Maybe.
I'm going to have to shut down. You and I are going to have to get together again because more tickets have come in this week. And we're going to have to take a look because we may be on standing room only tickets at this point.
I think we are because if you remember, Pumice Stone's lady claimed the 2 for him last night.
Okay, we'll take a look. If you want to sneak in and force us to just make room for you, with the regular tickets, get them today.
Yep.
Because I can 80% guarantee you that by Monday, there will only be a $5 outside standing room only option for the comedy show. And what time did we make that for? 7?
7.
Okay.
7, the comedy starts. We moved that time up.
Right.
Because every other year we've all been so blitzed, it's just a mess.
And the comedy show's a mess, and it goes way too long. And oh my God, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it is, oh my God, is it a nightmare to handle? And then the cornhole tournament, I'm going to start at 2. Now, what I mean by that is I'm going to start putting that cornhole tournament together at 2. We're going to have the brackets made, everything else. However, I understand that whenever you have one of those tournaments, it's going to start late. So I'm basically starting it at 2 in the hopes that it starts before 3.
That's helpful because there's conflicting times on the Eventbrite thing.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to start taking names, putting the brackets together, everything like that. And then $280 goes to the winning team and $20 goes to second place. Second place will get its money back, but I am a firm believer in winner take all. And then Gino and Keanu are going to be here on Thursday, and we're all going to try to make it to the show.
And can we say where they're staying?
They're staying here.
They're staying here with us,
Yes.
so we're going to have a good goddamn time.
Maybe a good goddamn time. It could be an exhausting time. Who knows?
How dare you?
I want to be able to make it to the show. That's all. I want to be able to make it to golf. And I want to be able to make it to the show.
Just behave tiny bit.
That's it.
You're going to have to, drink all the waters and all the health foods until then.
We'll see. A lot of kale chips in my future.
Yeah.
Coltrane says, shit, I missed it. What's overtime today? Overtime today is Owen Benjamin ranting about Godfrey in a way that makes the N-word blush. That's what overtime is today. So if you'd like to contribute today, it's a great day to do it. Mad Joe says, are we going over to Rumble? Yes. 25 minutes.
Yes, and
the YouTube people are going over to Rumble. Now, YouTube people, the link to Rumble Friday is right there in the chat. If you'd like to click on that and just head over, totally fine. Rich Hutch says, we will suffer through the overtime with you. What do you mean suffer? You don't. First of all, you should never listen to this show and suffer. You should never put yourself through that.
Right.
If you are not a fan of what we do, which is totally okay, there is no need to announce it. There is no need to say it. Make yourself happy and go find something you love. I would strongly encourage you to do that. But suffer through the overtime. You understand that is 1,000% your choice. I have no way of forcing you. I have no way of you should never suffer through this show.
What if he just means he's suffering Owen Benjamin?
It's a perfect, no, you'll love, guys, you gotta love Owen, but you can't hate Owen Benjamin. No. There's no hate. He's too wonderful.
I just don't like that he had a whole name for his followers.
You don't like the Bears.
I don't like the Bears thing.
You think that's
remarkably gay, by the way.
You think that's a little bit gay?
Yeah.
The Bears.
I guess.
So technically, you're saying you'd never want to visit. You'd never want to visit Beartaria.
Beartaria.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, he's not a hack. I mean, it's not Beartopia.
I didn't know.
It's Beartaria.
No, I'm good.
Which
I would like some chickens though.
Which I think in this one I think just for the Godfrey rant he names it Beartarbabia. The words I've told you all week. The words he uses in this rant make the N-word blush.
I know. I'm trying to sit here and think of all the things that I could come up with.
Don't think of one word.
Multi-words?
It's just the way
Statements?
he speaks about. Oh my God. It's beautiful.
Ooh, is this word included?
And that's what we're going to do. You're thinking too small. You're thinking small brain shit. You're thinking small brain shit right now. Stop. Just don't write. You don't. Just don't. Enjoy it the way it was meant to be. I promise you, if you try to think of words, you're going too small-brained. You're not thinking like Owen Benjamin. I'm talking the totality of his speech. You talk about a guy who loves free speech and utilizes it to the hilt.
He does all of it.
It's Owen. Owen loves him from free speech. It's some free speech. Gregarious says, you made me get a Rumble account. What else is that place about? A lot of great shows. I know Dan Bongino's over there if you like the politics stuff. Revenge of the Sis is a great show. Russell Brand is over there. Let's not forget. I'm kidding.
No,
but he
you're
is
not.
over there.
I think Brendan Schaub.
Brendan
works there
Schaub
now.
is over there. Rice Gum just signed with Rumble. There's some of those other reaction video guys signed with Rumble. So, yes. Steve Schreifel says they're getting the band back together at 101. Mark Allen's back. Are you guys next? Oh, boy. Mark Allen is back at 101?
Pump the brakes. I actually thought Mark Allen's been back for a long time.
I don't know.
I'm actually not kidding.
I have no idea.
I thought that he was doing like early afternoons late afternoons. I've heard him.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong.
Welcome to my show. I think he's just the guy they call because they can pay him $10 an hour and he'll voice track.
So you're telling me that maybe I've just heard him filling in or something?
Well, I think what it is like Mark Allen's the guy they call to voice track temporarily when they have nobody.
Okay. Because I've heard him.
Because, he'll just kind of pop in, spend 15 minutes voice tracking, and then go about his business. I think that's it. $5 from Hobo Chili Recipe. He's starting us off today. Says, good morning, fucktards. Aaron, you're always dressed like you're going to a Fish concert, and April dress is too classy. Get in sync, dickheads.
I'm sorry.
That's the vibe. The vibe is professional, casual.
The only thing I do to try to match you is make sure I don't wear a clashing color.
Oh, yes, of course. And I, as you've seen many times in the past, don't give a shit. Cheeto says he was then retired and now is back again. Okay, so he's retired. That's kind of like retiring from being a gas station clerk. That's not really retiring from a part-time job where you voice track. That's not really a retirement kind of gig.
You know how old people in general, though, once they've retired now, have to go back to work and get that side hustle.
Yeah, you got to get that side. Maybe this is Mark Allen's side hustle.
He's back at it.
Yeah. Hung Solo says, when are you going to be able to talk about your last Thursday meeting and the goal? Any details? We're waiting. That's pretty much it. Now it's just putting the numbers together.
Hung Solo, I'm
That's
still
all.
waiting on you, too.
Oh, shit.
You have to message me, sir. I have things for you.
We need information from you.
I'm like,
BJ says Paul enslaved as Wednesday co-host when? No, it's Paul unslaved, not Paul enslaved. Paul unslaved. He did this thing where he went from like psychotic autistic hater to fan of the show and like throwing super chats at us in the fastest turnaround time I've ever seen. I mean, you come in and you hate this show because you've been told to by other obsessive people, and you just start loving it. You can't not like this show. I have noticed that people who don't like this show have a hard time just being happy in general. Like, you've got to be a pretty miserable prick not to enjoy what we do. It's a great time. All right, boys and girls, let's get into some stories that we can do on YouTube. I've moved everything up front to the first 20 minutes. 30 minutes. We got 20 minutes left until we just go Rumble exclusive. And then we can, you can kind of throw the fluff at them. If you're only on YouTube, you're doing fluff. If you've got the YouTube Rumble thing going on, you're good. You're good. So we've got some of the fluff stuff for the next 20 minutes. By the way, thank you, Hobo. 310.
thank you.
From knocking out today's goal. There's the links in the Rumble chat. If you want to knock that down, it's an Owen Benjamin overtime, which I can't be more excited about. Lizzo responded to the allegations that she's a big fat whale bitch.
Whoa.
Yeah, she responded yesterday. She did not. She did not come to the conclusion that she is indeed a fat whale bitch.
How about the bitch part?
Maybe a bad bitch. She probably would agree with that statement, but nothing else. So these backup dancers of Lizzo's, let me be very clear about something. I don't believe these backup dancers. Well, I believe the backup dancers, but I don't think they should get a dime. I think these are money-grubbing little hot dog eaters, too. I just imagine them being Joey Chestnut, just shoveling them in one at a time, but not like at a competitive eating thing, just for breakfast.
Fun.
Yeah. So these pigs that Lizzo had dancing for her, we're like, she made us do humiliating things, and she's a mean person, and this and that. And she's a dickhead boss.
Yeah.
And they want to sue her, and they want money out of her, and they've lawyered up and everything else. I think that part is bullshit. I listen to their lawsuit, and I go, well, no, you guys are just dumb and desperate. Like, you're dumb, desperate girls who wanted to hang out with Lizzo.
Right.
Then when she wanted to then when she wanted you to eat a banana out of a sex worker's twat, that happened. If you didn't, you were like, if we didn't do the things that she wanted us to do, she wouldn't hang out with us as much. Yeah, that's kind of how like maniacal, narcissistic cult leaders work. You do things that they want you to do, and they reward you with better treatment. And then if you don't do them, they punish you greatly, and they cut off access.
They need you compliant.
Right. That doesn't mean that she has to pay you money now. That just means you worked for a shithead cult leader boss.
Go work for someone else. I've never understood that.
Okay, let me do a great juxtaposition here. Lizzo is making her dancers eat bananas out of rotten hooker cunt. Taylor Swift is giving everyone who works on her Eras tour like $100,000 each.
She's now given out $50 million in bonuses for her cruise. Fuck. $50 million.
Lizzo has given out 50 bananas that were inserted into the vagina of a stripper.
Oh, and they weren't even good ones. They were browning.
They weren't even, they were the ones you usually put in banana bread.
Yeah, real soft. You could barely mush them into the body first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how you actually get it in there. But the Lizzo thing now, she's responded to it, and surprise, surprise, she disagrees with these ladies. The statement looks like this. TMZ has it in a whole document. Okay. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. So a lot of adjectives. When you have a lot of adjectives, you know that the person's been wronged.
It's wordy, but it take a lot to wrench that gut.
That is a big gut to wrench. You're right.
I just picture it going.
Yeah, it makes actual metallic noises. You know, like
metallic.
You know what her gut wrenching sounds like? You know when your brake pads are low and you get the metal on metal grinding?
Aye.
That's the sound her gut makes when it's being wrenched.
Ooh, I don't like it. Or like a squeaky train slowing down on the tracks.
It's just it's a very guttural, grinding kind of a sound. You know, here, amplify the sound of when you have a pencil in a hand-operated sharpener, and then just amplify that sound a lot. That's her gut being wrenched.
Oh.
So these allegations have wrenched her gut. She doesn't feel good. She's probably got loose shits.
Right.
I'm
Her
guessing
bowels are upset.
Yeah, I'm guessing Lizzo's just been dumping hot water dumps into the toilet.
Stress poos.
Yeah, these last couple of days. It's been a real, every one of her shits looks like an archipelago. You know, it's just
God damn
kind
it.
of, that's,
my coffee doesn't look good anymore.
Well, look, because it looks like Lizzo's shit. So people want to know, look, I'm trying to give some life to this response so that people can understand
some
it.
Color to it.
I'm a communicator.
God.
My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. True. Not by me, by the way. I want to point that out. I've always assumed this woman was a piece of shit.
What?
So none of this surprises me. In fact, it only makes me feel good. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations. Well, that means this one's true. If she's not going to.
I mean, when you break the mold.
Do you know some of the obsessive, retarded, stupid shit that haters of this show say about me or you? And do we respond to it, Lizzo? No, you don't. You know why? Because it's retarded autists who have nobody.
I'm guessing
they need to make these things up about you in order to give themselves some sort of reason to continue, which is sad and an honor at the same time.
I'm guessing some of her other like false allegations
have
been like, oh, I bet she sits on her flute at night, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you
Not
can't.
anything like about your character.
You can't write a publicist response to accusations of, flute sodomy.
Right.
Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. Here's where I don't believe her. Do you know the kind of crazy person you would have to be to make up the banana thing?
Yeah, that is way too specific. You know how sometimes with a story someone's telling you about someone else, they do put too many details in and you can kind of sniff out like, oh, they're trying here. But then something comes out that's like too on the nose, too specific. And you're like, wow.
Right. Where
that's this.
If this person, I'm going to choose to believe this because it's insane and funny. And if this is not true, then I owe this person a grave apology because
really, though,
eating bananas out of hooker pussy Or sex worker. But I don't know what qualifies as a sex worker anymore.
I think it was strippers.
Okay, stripper pussy. And people are asking, why not a plantain or an eggplant? I don't know. I would think a popsicle would be kind of fun because you put the stick end. I don't know.
Yeah,
Look,
but it would start melting.
yeah, I'm not a food.
Mess.
I'm not a pussy food connoisseur kind of guy.
Eggplant is fat and prickly on one end.
And a little on the nose. A little on the nose, if you ask me.
Hard to find it in dark places. What?
I mean, it's true. From a logistic standpoint, it doesn't seem reasonable. This is Lizzo's response now. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees that have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Now, see, that does work against the women who are suing Lizzo, is you came out with all this stuff. All this stuff was terrible and awful and bad. But you didn't feel the need to tell everyone how terrible and awful and bad it was until after you were fired, accused of drinking on the job, being drunk or hungover at rehearsal and things like that. And like, you got to remember, these women are fat to begin with.
Yeah.
So you make fat and hungover and then make them dance. Those sweats and that smell is going to be awful.
Yuck.
Yeah. Fat black lady hangover sweats.
I don't like the thought of that. I'd never considered that before.
Right.
Can you imagine if you fired me? And like, so usually before you fired me, we always seem fine, right? We're good.
Sure.
On the show, it's fine. It's good.
Yes.
But you fire me and I come out with all of these stories about you.
Right. Like the things I've made April eat out of my ass
Oh,
and things like
that's
that.
Terrifying, actually.
It would be one of the ultimate betrayal.
He made me eat head cheese out of there.
Oh,
it was
no.
very exotic and
I
weird.
don't even know where to get head cheese.
You don't know what head cheese is?
I know what it is. I don't know where to get it.
Von Hansen's.
As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put on the best art that represents me and the fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. Now, see, we're on page 3 of 4 of this apology, and I'm hoping against all hope that she addresses the banana thing, but I'm almost positive she won't.
I think that's like so bad.
Yeah.
You probably just don't mention it.
And it's also, there's no win in addressing it.
No.
Like
That
even if people believe you, they're still going to be like, why would she address the banana? Wait, you were accused of a banana and a pussy eating thing?
Like, can you imagine, like, if somebody accused me of making you share a double-ended toy with, like, another dude, like our neighbor or something? Right. There's no point in me addressing it.
What do I gain by even talking about that?
Nothing.
You know,
do not talk about it. Hope it goes away.
If people make up that allegation against you, like this Lizzo thing,
right,
and you address it, you've given it credibility.
Yeah.
And then you'll have people going, "Ooh, she doesn't address it, then she doesn't." Don't listen to those people.
No.
They just want to hear you address the banana pussy thing.
They've got their hand firmly placed on their penis, ready to jerk off to you.
They want it. They're
struggling.
Like, well, you're a chicken shit coward if you don't listen to that. They're fucking with you. Don't take the bait. So with Lizzo, you can't address the banana in the pussy thing.
No, but we want her to.
The best you can do is you can go, they've made up some crazy fucking allegations and none of them are true. That's it. Because then we all know she's talking about the banana in the pussy.
Look, I've maybe made them eat a grape or two they popped out of there.
I made them eat a grape out of someone's asshole once, but never a banana in a pussy. Ugh. That's a bridge too far. This is part of her addressing it as well. She says, I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed to me to be the last few days. I am very open with my sexuality. Yeah, I know. That's one of my problems with you.
She was in the movie Hustlers. That says all you need to know about her.
I wish you weren't so open with your sexuality. If there's any complaint I have, it's not, hey, you know, that Lizzo, she's not open enough about her twat. If anything, you could be a little more closed off with that.
Right. The only more open you could be is if you put a speculum up there. I mean,
she says, I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I'm not. What, a banana pussy eating orderer? There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis. Wait, you? What? No.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. I don't understand why you would feel that you've been body shamed ever. I mean, I'm really sorry. In fact, I'm going to apologize to Lizzo today. I'm going to go to the ocean. I'm going to stand on this rock wall. And as she jumps over me, I'm going to just kind of grace her belly and go, I'm sorry, Lizzo, as she swims off to freedom. Oh, you know what? That was the whale in Free Willy. That's not Lizzo. I apologize. That was an iconic scene. You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to put messages in a barrel for Lizzo. And I'm going to shoot those barrels into her back. And I'm going to write 3 apologies. And I'll have 3 barrels and I'll shoot them into her. And then she'll have to read them. Oh, no, you know what? That's what they did to the shark in Jaws. That's not Lizzo.
Oh.
Yeah, I apologize.
Wait, they apologized to the shark?
No. They put barrels in it.
I didn't remember that part.
So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to New York City. And I'm going to go to the top of an apartment building.
Yes.
And I'm going to get Lizzo's attention by firing a Proton pack at her.
Oh.
And then she'll stop walking around New York and she'll listen to my apology. You know what? That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
So, I thought you'd have to go to New York to take like a helicopter to the top of like the Empire State Building where she was hanging off of
I'll take a biplane. Yeah, I'll take a biplane to the top of the Empire State Building and I'll try to get her attention with the Browning machine gun. You know what? That's King Kong.
Right.
That's King Kong now.
Very good.
I apologize, everyone. I know what it feels. See, so she doesn't know what it means to be body shamed on a daily basis. She has no idea. No idea whatsoever. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight.
But how about how they moved it?
Yeah, how about how they use that weight? What if they don't move well for a big girl? You know?
You gotta be limber.
I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in this world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. So there we go. That's Lizzo's response to being sued by her dancers. Oh, there's Mayor Larry Vaughn of Amity Island. He said, with $4.99, he said, not with 3 barrels, you won't.
Thank you, sir.
Very good, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. 3:05 away from today's goal. Again, we hit today's goal. I cannot stress enough. Owen Benjamin ranting about Godfrey. It is worth every penny. I assure you.
Yes.
So here's something the lawyers are already on there, digging up past statements by these women.
Yep.
Mode. And they found a few. I'm telling you again, I don't think these chicks are getting a dime out of Lizzo because they are incredibly stupid.
Right. I already know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
You can't.
So here's one of Lizzo's former dancers, one of the people that are suing her now. This is from a video shot in April of this year. Anytime you sue someone and come out with these terrible stories a month after you've been fired, it looks bad.
So she made this 4 months ago.
4 months ago. Here we go. Actually, probably closer to 3 months ago, if you think about it. We're at the very beginning of August.
Well, that's true, Aaron. 3.
Surprise!
Here, take my food. Take it. Here. That's like if bears could talk when they come up to your car at like a wildlife refuge, they would sound like that.
My hiccups are gone.
Oh,
Scared the shit out of me.
My poop is gone. It's all out. I've evacuated my bowels. Surprise! Here,
Ew.
take my French fries. Here, it's all yours.
You didn't need the fries anyways.
Hi, what's up? It's Ariana Davis
Your cholesterol. That's a fat joke.
from season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. I know, you're probably
First of all, I always do. Do you notice when she moves in her chair, the camera shakes?
I do.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, what is up with the camera quality here, man?
Watch out! Watch this again. Well, it's not the camera quality as much as it is pressure being applied to the floor, and that pressure has to go back upward, and it shakes the camera.
season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. I know, you're
Look at that. Her motion coming up and down caused airwaves that shook the camera. It's remarkable.
This is a good way to start your morning, isn't
Yes.
it?
thinking, why is she here? What is she doing auditioning for season 2? The short answer is, I'm a singer. And I just want to share that part of me with y'all. I know, I've been on tour.
Is there anything worse than someone with like a suburban white accent who says y'all?
It does bother me. I say y'all because I'm a stupid redneck that grew up in the sticks, you know?
Right.
That's it. Like, I can't pretend that that's classy.
Been working with Lizzo for some months, maybe close to a year now, and it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey.
That doesn't sound like someone who had to eat pussy bananas.
Or she did and she liked it.
Yeah, that sounds like someone who likes pussy bananas, or it never happened. One of the two.
Yeah, so we're singing the praises of Lizzo 3 months ago.
This doesn't look like someone in a hostage video with a terrible boss who's going to shun her forever.
Hey, maybe a lot happened in 3 months after
That's true.
this.
Maybe it was after this. She goes, "Hey, bitch, let's go eat some bananas out of a pussy."
Maybe she had to eat a whole bushel of bananas.
That's true. And Lizzo made her say, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah," while she did it. That would be really offensive.
I would disavow that.
We're going to Rumble in 45
notion.
seconds.
And she's probably going to be like, "Girl, what are you doing?" But anyway,
I'm eating bananas out of a pussy like you told me.
My shot. I mean, I don't think she knows that I can sing. And the biggest thing about me is that I always say,
Your stomach?
I was like, pause.
Hold on.
And the biggest thing about me is that
Is my blood pressure?
And the biggest thing about me
Is my order at a restaurant? I don't want to do this.
And the biggest thing about me is
my glucose levels?
she knows that I can sing. And the biggest thing about me
Is my cup size?
and the biggest thing about me is that
What's on the scale?
the biggest thing about me is that
My grocery bill?
Oh.
All right. YouTube, I got to leave you guys alone. We're going to come back to this in just a second. I got to say goodbye to YouTube. We are heading over to Rumble only. Fuck YouTube.
Oh.
We get to talk about all the cool shit today over on Rumble. So you see that? There's your link in the chat. There's the Rumble link. It's pinned to the top of the page. If you're on YouTube, come over to Rumble. It's all bullshit here on YouTube. Come join us where you can talk about whatever you want and say whatever you want.
I got a question.
Okay, I got to get out of here, though. Go
I
ahead.
know. Should we tease them? Like, are we announcing anything very exciting at all today on
We will.
Rumble?
We'll talk about all the exciting things on
Guys,
Rumble today.
I would make sure you go to Rumble today. We've got some cool stuff going on.
All right, piss off, YouTube. Come to where the cool shit is over on Rumble. See you there. And